how long does it take for a normal average person which is not smart as me, not super smart like Elon Musk? You're not really hard worker, you're a little bit lazy, but you also can work hard. How long does it take? And the answer is, it depends. I'm gonna tell you my own personal story when I become now constantly profitable, and you make your own judgment. You think for yourself. Because if I give you some specific time frame, when the time frame hits, you will be disappointed that you are not profitable yet. Or maybe you hit it earlier. That, of course, that's much more better. But if you don't hit the target, the time frame, you're gonna be disappointed and you're gonna be discouraged. So what could be the time? So for me, it took me, today is September 18 or 17 of September is Sunday. That's the time I'm recording here in Australia. I am here for a little bit, for about a month, and I'm going back to Bali and then maybe to Philippines. How long did it take me? I started in 2023 in, I believe it was April, since I put my first Forex position on my small account, $100 or $200 account. In that time, I was following a guru, and he didn't really have a real strategy. He just trade by his intuition and by his experience, which is completely fine if that's what you want to do. But I believe it's just going to take you much more longer, and if you don't really have any proper structure or strategy, it's not something tangible, it's not something you can hold on to. I'm the person where I like to see how I get from A to point B and exactly the steps. So anyway, I followed him that time, and as I placed my first trade, I think I made from $100, I made it all the way to $1,000. So I 10x the account. Guess what happens next? Of course, I blow the whole account in about 2 minutes after. And that's what happens to most people, most of you, and happened to me as well. So nothing wrong with that if you're on starting with that. Now, when that happened to me in April, quick interruption, guys. If you like to follow all my trades for absolutely free, I share my losses, my wins, everything else, my mindset. Link is down below in the description. It's a free Telegram group. You can join or stay where you are. I have decided I'm gonna take this seriously. So I'll keep following this guy. I keep trying to trade, put it on a big screen. That time I was living in Thailand, in Pattaya. Put it on a big screen, starving because I think I remember I wanted to go for a dinner, and I wanted to go for dinner, and I was hungry, but I saw the trades and it's going against me, and it was very close to my stop loss, and I was contemplating for like about 2 hours or 3 hours to wait or go for dinner. It was terrible. So I trade very differently now. But that time it was very stressful, which I believe for you is gonna be as well, or it is at the moment if you're just starting out. So, long story short, I keep on trading, and then end of the year of 2023, which was, I believe it was December or November, I'm not sure, I purchased my first funded account. That time I was with TFT, the funded trader. They're gone now, long gone. It's actually good because I purchased, I think, 2 or 3 funded challenges, and then 2 of them I got refund because obviously they went bankrupt. So I got my money back, which is nice. Anyway, and one of the challenges I failed, of course. I still didn't have strategy. I think it was January or February 2024. So year and I believe that's 8 months or 7 months. I developed a strategy and I followed the strategy. Not to the T, not to the point where I will stick to it. Again, this is why trading takes so much time, because the main battle you have is within yourself, not really with the strategy. Every strategy works basically, even the stupid ICT, don't get me started on that, it works. They're just making it more complicated. So when I developed this strategy, I didn't follow it yet 100%, but somewhat, I would say 50%. And with that, I passed my 100K on, I think it was on the first or second try. I think it was on second try. I passed my 100K evaluation with Alpha Capital Group. And after that, I made 2 withdrawals. So total of, I believe it was like $2,500. And that was nice, you know. I felt like I figured out, I've got this, you know, I can do this. It's no problem. I've got it. And the confidence get to me. And believe or not, soon the markets humble me, and I didn't make any withdrawal for the rest of the year of 2024, basically. And then I blew the account at the end of the 2024. So you can imagine, since the time I didn't, you know, the last withdrawal, I believe it was when I was in my country back in Czech Republic, visiting my family, and it was August 2024, I made a withdrawal. I think it was like $1,000 or $900. And then from that time, nothing, man. So until a few months ago, until now. So back to the story. In January, I purchased another account, blow it. February, another account, blow it. March, blow it. May, I believe, I bought another one. I still have that step 1 evaluation. I haven't blown it yet. I nearly blow it, but when I nearly blow it, I decided to purchase another evaluation for 100K, and I passed that evaluation. When I passed the evaluation, so far I'm about to make a 3rd withdrawal next week. There's no profits yet, but I'm confident enough, not overconfident, but confident enough that I make another withdrawal next week, next Thursday. So I have that funded account again, 100K, and I've got step 1 evaluation 100K. To be honest, with step 1 evaluation 100K, I'm just playing around. I'm just entering stupid trades which doesn't really align 100% with my strategy. So I'm just testing out what works, what doesn't. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I think we are minus 5%, but again, I don't really care about that. So you can, from this whole story, you can kind of get the idea of how long it took me. So really realistically, I've been trading since April 2023. So today is September 2025. So that's over 2 years, or 2.5 years, I would say. Yeah, almost 2.5 years since I placed my first Forex trade on MT5. But since I started really focusing on with the strategy and really trade is from, I would say, January or February 2024. So it's over a 1.5 years, year and 8 months or something like that. So is this the time frame for you to become profitable in your trading journey? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. It really depends on the one main thing, maybe 2. And the one thing is your ego. How fast are you willing to drop your ego? Because trading it will uncover your true self. It will show you who you really are. Is your ego really high, like mine was, and still is probably, you know, I still want to prove myself in trading, and that is the biggest mistake you can make. If you're trying to prove yourself in trading, you most likely 100% lose. Markets got this one magic thing they do, they will humble you very quickly. So if you can lose your ego faster and really just look at it on the chart with in a real way, and say to yourself, look, this is what the chart, what the markets is trying to show me, and I will follow it in my strategy. This is what I can get and nothing else. Then you're gonna win faster. But if your ego is like, if you lose a trade and then you'll be like, oh no, I can do this. There is no way. I've been trading for 2 years. I'm not profitable. And then you enter the trade after trade after trade, and you get into a spiral, and then you're just losing after losing after losing. You get what I mean, right? So that's the ego. And number two is patience. And I think those two combination, if you can figure out them faster, you will become profitable much faster. Especially patience. I even got the tattoo here. I don't know if you can see in the camera. Here it's a tattoo in Arabic, I think. Basically this means sabar, patience. And there's a saying in trading, patience pays. And it does. It really does. When you're not patient to wait for your price to get to your area of interest, support or resistance, whatever you want to call it, and you see the trade coming close to it, and he's like, you know what, this is good enough. Let me just enter. You will lose. Let's be honest, you will lose. So, and it's like with everything in life. Like now, just the iPhone 17 Pro just came out. Like the price is going to go down in a year. Are you willing to be patient enough to buy the iPhone cheaper next year? Or you just want to now because you're so impatient? Even though you have an iPhone 16, the same one, just 16. Basically, there's not much changes except this maybe a little thinner or something like that. They just change the material, but basically it's the same fucking phone. But you're impatient, you just want another phone. You understand what I mean? So, patience is a really, really big key to trading, I believe. So if you can figure out those two things, you become profitable much faster. Now, also in the time frames, let's say you've been trading for 6 months. Should you expect that you should be able to pay your own bills with trading? Possibly. I've seen people doing that, but then they burn out after a year or two. They think they got figured out, and then market changes, and then they just blow their accounts, and they are back to square one. I've seen people do it in 1 year. I haven't seen people do it in 3 months or 2 months. I believe that's a little bit too much. If you can do that in 3 months, my friend, or 6 months, I don't think you are human. I think you are literally AI. I think you are AI dressed up as a human. I don't think it's possible. But if you can do it in 2 to 3 years, which I'm seeing online, to be honest, I don't have any friends who are traders yet. But from what I'm seeing online from gurus and traders and etc., most people seems to be, including me, to become consistently profitable or at least break even in about 2 years. So 2 to 3 years seems to be like the benchmark where you start seeing the results. You start being more right than wrong, or you learn your mental clarity become more clarify, I guess, and you will start seeing some proper results. So as for me, 18 months, let's just say over 2 years, because that's where I place the trade. I'm seeing now results, not just that I make profits, but I'm predicting the moves now during the Trump administration. Obviously, there is, if you've been trading for this year, you can see that the market is very, very choppy, which would normally not be like that, especially in Forex. Usually we enter and it will just go in your way if you can read the charts properly. But this time seems to be just being very choppy, where you enter and you just stop you out big time, and it goes in your direction. It happened to me so many times. But what I'm seeing is I'm predicting the moves very, very well. So I would say I'm a profitable trader right now. I put the withdrawals somewhere here on the screen, the verification phases and etc. what I pass. You can also join my Telegram free channel, which is free for now, but I'm sharing all my trades, my thoughts, my mind, what I'm thinking about the markets in the free Telegram group. You can join, link is down below description. I will see you there. It's not gonna be free for long. I'm planning to create a paid membership group. It's gonna be everything on Discord, and I'm gonna be doing Sunday live question and answer. You're gonna see my screen. You're gonna see all my preparations. I'm gonna do that with you, the preparations. So I'm gonna do all my setups, which I do every Sunday morning when I sit down. I make coffee and I do my analysis for the following week. I pick top 5, top 8, something like that, usually on average. I don't trade all of them. I usually trade 1 to 3 trades per week, and that's it. And you'll be able to ask me questions, why I'm thinking about these markets, why I want to enter these trades, when I'm planning to enter these trades. All the stuff which is in your mind is gonna be available there. You're also gonna be able to connect with other traders. I wanna build some sort of community. I wanna build something where traders can chat, not just online, but let's say, if you're watching this video, you're probably not so profitable. But let's say you have other business like I do, and you're learning trading, and then you live in Bali, or you live in Philippines, or you live in Thailand, or you live in wherever it might be. You can connect with other traders and go for a drink, go for a cigar, go for a coffee, whatever it might be. Go to the gym. Talk about the same stuff with other traders, because I know how difficult and how lonely trading can get, especially when you're starting out.